Uh, First of all, I'm starting to feel better. I'm not working at all today. I've been resting, so determined to get as much rest as I can get, so I can hopefully work the last day before Christmas vacation. But and my knee seems to be getting better. Time will tell, but I appreciate your prayers that they keep coming. So let's get to the word. May this message be God's message. And I am going to read to you from the book of Luke, chapter 6, verses 27 through 36. This is it's part of the Sermon on the Mount, and it's the topic of loving your enemies. So beginning verse 27, "But I tell you who hear me, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, and pray for those who mistreat you." That topic's been covered all over the place, particularly the Apostle Paul saying, be good to those who are bad to you. Hopefully it'll make them ashamed of what they're doing. Or maybe not, but you should still be good to them anyway and leave the justice to God. If anyone hits you on one cheek, let him hit the other one too, or turn the other cheek. Now, that's not to be misunderstood as an attack on self-defense. If someone's trying to kill you or severely hurt you, you do whatever you have to do to defend yourself. But a slap on the face is just something that stings for a while. When someone slaps you, it's natural instinct to want to hit back. But discipline is going against what you feel like doing. You gotta... So that's what it means. If someone takes your coat, let him have your shirt as well. Give to everyone who asks you for something, and when someone takes what is yours, do not ask for it back. Seems very demanding. Somebody just knocks on my door and says, "Can I have your car?" Am I supposed to say, "Sure, go ahead, take it"? Well, first of all, it wouldn't be practical to just... Sometimes it's not practical to give somebody something they ask for, and sometimes it's not in their best interest to give them what they ask for. A person asks you for money on the street, and you offer to buy them a burger instead, that could be more practical. Maybe you can't afford to. But you can offer him some advice on some other alternative. You can't give him your car, you can't give him $100. Maybe you can refer him to your church for help, or find some other shelter or charity to help. But but what he's basically saying is, when you give to people, when you're perceived as generous, that's God is saying, help others and go the extra mile to help others without asking for anything in return. And God will take care of the paying you back. The next verse says, do for others just what you want them to do to you. That's the golden rule, you've all heard it. And, yes, it's in the Bible. We all love it when people go the extra mile for us. So, let's start going the extra mile for other people. Continuing with verse 32, if you love only the people who love you, why should you receive a blessing? Even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good only to those who do good to you, why should you receive a blessing? Even sinners do that. Some sinners don't. There are people who are not good to those who are good to them, granted. But when your point is, if you're only good to those who are good to you, it doesn't make you an extra generous, loving person. If you lend only to those from whom you hope to get it back, why should you receive a blessing? Same concept. Even sinners lend to sinners to get back the same amount. Sometimes even more. Talking interest. No. Love your enemies and do good to them. Lend and expect nothing back. You will have a great reward, and you will be sons of the Most High God. For he is good to the ungrateful and the wicked. Be merciful just as your Father is merciful. There's a saying, why do bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people? Well, focus on the good things happening to bad people because, in one sense, we're all bad people. We're all sinners. And yet, God lets some of us have it good. So if God's good to us despite us not always being faithful to Him, why shouldn't we be good to others who are not beneficial to us and possibly even enemies or liabilities of us? Let's not take the love of God for granted, and that means extending the love of God to others. May this message be a blessing to you. To God be the glory.